Details about the Texas woman shot in her own home by police. A live-action Cinderella on the way. We'll tell you what role Pose star Billy Porter is ready to make his own. Who knew Angelina Jolie was a paintballer? We'll tell you how her and her Maleficent castmates battled it out. We're grilling our favorite Mike Johnson about life and love after Bachelor in Paradise.
Like the rest of the world, I watched Natalie Wood grow up.
And Lorraine Bracco is here with all you need to know about her crime series, The Dead Wives Club. It's live today on People Now. Let's go.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Happy Monday. Is it Monday? Yes.
It is very much.
Does it feel like a Monday for you?
It definitely feels like a
Monday.
Monday.
It does, right?
Yeah, did you have a good weekend?
I did. You know what I'm loving? In New York, we're in New York City, and there's this great little section of fall that we are right in the middle of. Not too hot, not too cold.
I'm not usually a big fall fan because next means winter's coming.
Yeah.
And I don't like the cold, but it's been perfect weather.
It has been. The thing that makes me sad already, though, it's getting dark so quick. 6:45 or so, it's like, oh, yeah. I need to, I can't even ride my bike. I got to have the lights on the whole thing, so. Anyway, guys, seasons.
Crazy.
Crazy. It's wild. All right, guys, we've got a lot to get to today. We're starting off with a tragic story out of Fort Worth, Texas. Police have now released the 911 call that led to the wellness check in which 28-year-old African-American woman, Tatiana Jefferson, was shot and killed by a police officer in her own home on Saturday. One of Jefferson's neighbors had called authorities to report Jefferson's front door was open. Listen to this.
I'm calling about my neighbor.
What's going on there?
Well, the front doors have been open since 10 o'clock, and I haven't seen anybody moving around. It's not normal for them to have both of the doors open this time of night.
The neighbor later told reporters that the call he made was a non-emergency one, and he didn't say it was a burglary or anything that would make authorities think they needed a gun. That neighbor adds, quote, all they needed to do was knock on the door and ring the doorbell. In this body camera video released by the Fort Worth police, you can see officers searching the home from the outside. Later on, in a portion of the video that we've decided not to show on air, you see one of the officers shoot through a window. The police said in a statement, quote, perceiving a threat, the officer drew his duty weapon and fired one shot, striking the person inside the residence. The statement also added that the woman was pronounced dead at the scene. The officer who shot Jefferson has been placed on administrative leave pending an investigation, according to the police department's statement. He has been with Fort Worth Police since April of 2018. An attorney for Jefferson's family created a GoFundMe page to cover funeral costs and other expenses associated with this tragedy. While Fort Worth Mayor Betsy Price addressed the tragic shooting in a statement to CBS Fort Worth in which she promised a complete and thorough investigation. Now on Sunday, Fort Worth community members held a vigil for Jefferson, demanding justice and expressing anger at the fatal shooting. In the video, they can be heard shouting, "No justice, no peace." Such a tragic story. We'll keep you posted on that as we learn more. All right, on to this. Giudice is happy to be out of ICE custody as he awaits his deportation appeal. People confirmed the Real Housewives of New Jersey star flew to Italy on Friday after his release, with a source telling us that his wife Teresa is very happy and, quote, grateful that her girls can FaceTime him so easily now. Over the weekend, their daughters even shared screenshots of their dads smiling during those calls on social media. 18-year-old Gia posting a screenshot of a FaceTime conversation to her Instagram story. She captioned it, "One of the happiest moments of my life." Hours later, she FaceTimed with her father again, alongside her sister Gabriella, captioning that pic, "I still can't get over this. I love you more than words can describe." And Joe looks so happy in these photos. That same source saying Joe's mood has changed since his release, explaining he's much happier than he's been the past few months. But that source continues to say no one wants this as their new normal, adding that the entire family is, quote, praying that he wins his appeal to come back. Joe's lawyer tells People, quote, "We are still fighting, and it is his desire to return home to the United States to be reunited with his family." In the meantime, a source says Teresa and their 4 daughters are planning to see him in Italy soon, adding, "Reuniting as a family is going to be a special moment." And that source says the kids have missed their father so much, and now that he's free, it feels like a weight has been lifted off of them. They're ready to turn the page and start the new chapter. That was their quote. Until Friday, Joe was being held at the Clinton County Correction Center in Pennsylvania, where he was sent after serving a 41-month prison sentence for mail, wire, and bankruptcy fraud. An immigration court ruled to deport Joe in October of 2018, months ahead of his release from prison this past March. His petition to be released to Italy while he awaits his appeal was granted earlier this month. All right, now we switch gears to this. Watch. Billy Porter gearing up to say bippity boppity boo. The actor confirmed on Saturday during a panel at the 20th New Yorker Festival that he will portray the Fairy Godmother in the upcoming live-action Cinderella. Although plot details haven't yet been released, the story is reportedly a modern reimagining of that iconic fairy tale in which an orphan girl turns into a princess. People confirmed in April that Camila Cabello would play Cinderella herself, with Broadway vet Idina Menzel in talks to join the cast as Cinderella's evil stepmother. Porter recently made history when he became the first openly gay black man to be nominated for and win Best Actor in a Drama at the 2019 Emmy Awards. That was all for his portrayal of Pray Tell in FX's Pose. So what's next for Porter? Aside from his magical new role, he also revealed at Saturday's panel that he has a movie with Tiffany Haddish, Rose Byrne, and Salma Hayek, like a boss, as he put it. He also has an album coming out in 2020, and he's directing an episode of Pose. Porter added that he's making history again by becoming the first male on the cover of Allure magazine, saying, quote, "The only thing I know how to do is work. I'm ready for all of it." In Pose, Porter's character is the outspoken, outrageous MC of New York City's house balls of the 1980s. The series features the largest cast of transgender and LGBTQ actors in television history. In the press room after his Emmy win last month, Porter told reporters that representation in media has, quote, "the power to create empathy through the way we tell stories." He added that he hopes that, quote, "young queer people of all colors can look at me and know that they can."
This is such exciting news.
It is, and he's become such an outspoken advocate and such a role model for so many, so good for him.
Yeah, and to celebrate the news of Billy Porter playing the iconic role of the Fairy Godmother in Sony's live-action remake of Cinderella, we want to know, which upcoming live-action remake are you the most excited about? Is it Cinderella? Maybe you can't wait for Halle Bailey to take on The Little Mermaid. You might be barking at the chance to see the live-action Lady and the Tramp. I had to say it. Or maybe you're most excited for Mulan. Vote in our People poll. Let us know your thoughts using the hashtag PeopleNow.
The battle is on.
I know, that's a hard,
poll.
yeah,
That is a
hard
tough one.
choice.
We're going to check in on that poll a little bit later in the show, but for now we move on to this big dilemma here. What is going on? This video of a black hole that you see on your screen is all that's left of the mega popular Fortnite game, at least for now. Seems like the game has vanished. No one knows when it will return. As you can imagine, this has resulted in thousands of players staying online and staring at that black hole for hours. Fortnite fans are dedicated people, so what exactly is going on here? Well, Sunday night, Fortnite Season 10 ended with what was being called the End Live event. Turns out, the end was a lot more literal than anyone expected, with multiple outlets reporting the season ended with the whole game universe being sucked into a black hole, as we see there. Now that black hole is all that's left on the official Fortnite Twitter and website. Everything else on the Twitter account has been deleted. What will we do? Fans assume the next iteration of the game, Season 11, would launch soon after that blackout. As of showtime, though, gamers are still met with just an ominous black hole when they attempt to log in and play. Epic Games, which is Fortnite's parent company, has yet to release any statement or information about the blackout, leaving fans to speculate whether a new season is on the way or not, or could this be a PR stunt? I don't know. The company does seem to be having some fun with their fans in the meantime, causing confusion with a series of numbers that occasionally emerge from the black hole, leaving fans to speculate if this is a hint about when Season 11 might start. The End event also led to some hilarious reactions on social media. Elon Musk retweeting a fake headline about him. It read, "Elon Musk buys Fortnite and deletes it." Musk captioned the retweet, "Had to be done, you're welcome." Fake news piece also attributes a fake quote to Musk, saying, quote, "I had to save these kids from eternal virginity." Okay. Meanwhile, one user wondered if The Simpsons had predicted this black hole a long time ago, the same way the show has predicted so many real-life events, even showing a little visual proof there. Who knows? Maybe they knew. This parent posted a pic of her son sleeping in front of the black hole.
What are you doing?
Presumably in the hope of not missing the start of Season 11. She captioned the pic, "My son, I don't understand this. I miss Atari." Oh man, they've got everyone hooked. It's genius, really. When Season 11 does arrive, it will surely smash some records, especially after this cliffhanger. But if staring at a black hole on a screen is your thing, you still have some time to do it. So get out there and look for numbers.
It is a pretty brilliant PR move, I think.
And the idea that they're now like sprinkling in numbers that the programmers can be like, let's just watch this.
But don't
screw around
in
with
front of it. Just go to that.
Now I'm just thinking poltergeist, like there are messages coming in and who knows what's going to happen. All right, you've got more for us in Star Trek.
Yes, I do. We are kicking off Star Trek today with an impromptu wedding. Watch.
Howard, do you promise to honor Beth and love and cherish her as long as you both shall live?
Yes, I do.
You're supposed to look at me, not him.
He's so handsome, I can't help.
And Beth,
I do.
Do you promise to honor Howard and love and cherish him as long as you both shall live.
I do.
Thank you, my love.
And so, by the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife.
What power is vested in you?
I'm ordained. This is my new job.
You are, okay.
Howard,
Here
you
we
may
go.
kiss your bride.
Thank you.
Aw, there you go. After 11 years of marriage, Howard Stern and Beth Stern are now remarried. The couple tied the knot again in a surprise wedding on an episode of The Ellen DeGeneres Show airing on Monday. This comes after the SiriusXM host surprised his wife with a re-proposal during his appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live last week. Now this time, Ellen has the surprise. The host took things to the next level by springing the wedding on the Sterns during Howard's appearance on the show. She even upped the ante by enlisting former Bachelor star Colton Underwood to officiate the ceremony. Now this was a huge surprise for the couple who are a part of Bachelor Nation. Howard announced his excitement, saying, "It's her favorite show. I'm not messing around." During the ceremony, Howard had a sweet message for his bride, saying, "I really do love this woman so much. She really has my back. It's a great marriage. I'm happy. I want to remarry my wife. I'll do it every day." That's so sweet. He also made one big promise when he vowed to watch The Bachelor and Bachelor in Paradise with her every single night. Beth gushed about her groom, sharing how Howard is the most romantic man, adding, "Every day he tells me how beautiful I am. He knows I'm very insecure, and every day he tells me he wants to remarry me." Howard says he's been asking Beth to walk down the aisle with him again for years, but Beth felt like vow renewal would be bad luck. However, she finally caved. When he asked her on Jimmy Kimmel last week, she said yes to his surprise. From there, the couple exchanged their I-do's, sealing the deal with a kiss and breaking some glass per Jewish tradition. There was even a bouquet toss into the audience. Congrats to the happy couple. Justin Bieber is feeling crafty. On Sunday, Justin shared a photo of a black and yellow beaded necklace that he whipped up for his wife, Hailey Baldwin. In the caption of the post, Justin took credit for the gift, writing, "I made her necklace. Who knew he was so crafty?" The new piece rests right above Hailey's gold wifey chain that she started wearing shortly after the couple's second wedding in South Carolina. Now, since the luxurious celebration, the lovebirds have been keeping very busy, with Justin releasing his new song, 10,000 Hours, and the couple's new joint campaign with Calvin Klein. And it seems they don't plan on slowing down anytime soon. A source close to the couple tells people that Justin and Hailey have, quote, decided to forego an immediate honeymoon, explaining, "For Justin and Hailey, every day is like a honeymoon. They have time to enjoy each other's company daily. They don't have a honeymoon trip planned at the moment, and they are both fine with that." Now, despite waiting to honeymoon, the couple have kept the romance alive by enjoying couples massages and romantic picnics in the park. They may also be discussing buying a new home. Over the weekend, Justin revealed to his Instagram followers that he wants to sell his Beverly Hills mansion that he purchased for $8.5 million. Bieber's photos showed off several chic areas of the mansion, writing, "I think I want to sell my home in Beverly Hills. Who wants it?" A real estate source confirmed to us that Bieber bought that home after months of house hunting with Hailey. All right, we already know Angelina Jolie is an amazing actress, but apparently she's also a great paintballer. Yes, you heard that right. The Oscar winner's Maleficent co-star Elle Fanning revealed in an interview with InStyle that the two went paintballing with Angelina's 6 kids while filming the movie in London. She told the magazine, "I was so young when I did the first film with her. I was very nervous then. My mom was with me. Now that I've grown up, she sees me in a different way. We talked about different things. We went paintballing." And Elle opened up about the experience at the movie's London premiere. Watch.
Well, I think we were trying to do activities because her kids are here, so it's like, "Oh, Elle, you want to come join in on the weekend fun?" So yeah, it's a little paintball excursion. It's great. I'd never paintballed before, but I think I was a fast learner. I don't know. Yeah.
So fun. Elle also told InStyle that Angelina was really good at paintballing, adding that the actress even got a little aggressive. She says, "We were in full-on armor. We were the only people in the place with all of our kids. She and I were not on the same team. I was so bad, I hit their security guard in the neck, and he was on my team." Fanning added, "I was good at hiding. I would just hide. Probably the safest bet when going up against Angelina." When asked if she hit Elle on the paintball outing, Angelina couldn't quite recall.
I don't remember if I shot her. I probably did. I wouldn't have stopped if she was in my sights, so.
I mean, paintballing with Angelina Jolie, that's the peak, right?
Right?
Can we get any better
So
than
fun.
that? Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, hits theaters October 18th. And those are your Star Tracks for today.
All right, guys, stay with us. Kevin Smith opens up about his magical reunion with his friend Ben Affleck and what made him fight with daughter Harley Quinn on the set of the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Plus, calling all true crime fans, Lorraine Bracco will join us live to tell us all about her new show, Dead Wives Club. That is coming up in just a bit. Stick around.
All right, Bachelor Nation, get ready. We're here with Mike Johnson from the most recent seasons of The Bachelorette and Bachelor in Paradise. Thank you so much for being here, Mike.
So good to see you.
How's it going?
We've been Team Mike for a long time, my friend.
Yeah.
I told you beforehand.
We have so much to talk about. We're going to dive in. First of all, Bachelor in Paradise, expectations versus reality.
Yes. Expectations were hopefully find a relationship. That didn't happen.
So reality is no relationship.
Yeah, reality, that didn't happen. So.
Did you have a good experience? Would you do it again?
Bachelor in Paradise, probably not. That's not. I don't think that's my forte.
Okay.
Nothing against it. I'm not with the drama. You know. I'm not.
Yeah.
I just kind of like to chill.
Yeah.
And just have fun and do stupid stuff and like do backbends.
Yeah, you do kind of avoid the drama.
Yeah, I try to. But then sometimes, you know, I get dived right in there.
No, but let's just say this. That was kind of, in my view, the key to your success and staying above the fray. Like, you were always in your lane and you dominated in your lane. Let's just say this. A lot of people, as you know, we're hoping you'd be the next Bachelor.
Yeah.
A lot of Bachelor Nation fans. 2 hosts here. We're rooting for you. We love Peter, but we were rooting for you. Loved you. When you hear that, at this point, you hear it all the time. I know. Is it music to your ears, or is it kind of annoying to hear?
I'm trying to stop smiling. I can't stop smiling. I'm looking at him like.
Does it feel like a missed opportunity, or does it feel like, oh, you're happy that people are rooting for you?
I'm happy people are rooting for Peter. You know.
Yeah, and we're rooting for Peter too.
Yeah, definitely so. I'm not going to deny it. It's a great feeling to get like the popular vote but lose the electoral college vote. You know.
You're the Hillary Clinton in this situation. Is that the case?
I'm not going to talk politics.
Okay, no, got it. But the popular vote, got it. Okay.
Yeah, but you probably had your hopes up, right?
I definitely wanted to be the Bachelor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you found out when you were in the trailers for the Bachelor in Paradise reunion. I mean, do you wish you kind of found out sooner? That's a crazy time to spring that on you.
It's a crazy time, but I mean, things happen, right? You just got to bounce back and be positive as quick as can be.
Yeah.
Obviously, too, a lot of the discussion around you being the Bachelor, a lot of discussion about the possibility of you being the Bachelor is that you would be the first African-American Bachelor.
Yeah.
When that finally happens, what do you think that will mean to Bachelor Nation and just kind of like the evolution of the series? Yes, right? It's a long time coming here.
It's been a long time coming. I mean, it would be, let's say, I personally think within the next 2 seasons there will be a Black Bachelor or a Bachelor of color, because I'm big to say that as well. Indian Bachelor, Asian Bachelor. I want to make sure that's set in precedent. But it's going to be huge. It's going to be monumental, you know, and I can't wait to be there cheering that individual on.
You cleared your schedule for the next 2 seasons? Is that just in advance? You just got like a blocking
Hopefully
it out?
I'm in love next year. I mean, you know, hopefully before then.
Yeah.
Let's say you were single and in the future they approach you about The Bachelor. Would you be totally down to do it?
My body will be in better shape, so I might say so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might say so,
It's going to be in better shape in the future than it is now?
Definitely so.
Oh, okay.
You're in great shape right now.
I appreciate it, but we can always work on it.
Okay. Well, you have exactly the opposite trajectory of me. I'm just like getting worse, I think, by the year.
Very optimistic here.
I have 4 goals next year. That's one of my goals next year is maintaining like a 9% body fat for the whole year.
Oh my gosh.
Just a personal goal. Has nothing to do with like my body image. Just something that I want to stick with and be determined to do.
Yeah.
And I want to look better than Tyler. So.
Tyler C. Yeah.
Okay, but let's just say, you know, if you were the Bachelor in the future, what would that season look like?
It would look like, woo!
I feel like you'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely so. It'll be just craziness. It will be me doing whatever comes to my mind. You remember Tom Cruise when he went on Oprah, he started jumping on the couch?
Yeah, that's you.
That's what it would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll be a bunch of that.
What type of girl would you be drawn to on your season?
I'm drawn to the woman that literally captivates the room. When she walks in that room, it's like, yo, that's, you know, hold up. That's my future wifey right there. Like, she's captivating. I love someone that, like, I'm not scared to say what's on my mind. You don't be scared to say what's on your mind at all. And then be respectful to my mom.
All right. Well, okay, Peter, you mentioned it. I feel like you guys are all tight-knit. Have you been in touch with him? Do you guys communicate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely so.
What kind of Bachelor do you think he's going to be? Let's leave all windmill jokes out of this answer.
I was like, ooh, pull it back.
Yeah, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wanted to say something else in regards to that, but I'm not going to say that part.
Oh, okay, sorry. I spoiled the best.
No windmill, so I was like, oh, pull it back in.
Okay, yeah.
I think that Peter's going to be awesome. I really do. He can dance. He likes to dance. He likes to go out and have a good time. Hopefully he doesn't trip over any glass or anything like that.
Well, we heard that there was just an accident with a golf cart. Do you know anything about that? Is he okay?
I know similarly what everyone else
Okay.
knows. I know that he's better, and he's doing good, and he's back to the races to find his love.
Yeah.
Can I pry a little bit? Just look, we're long lost friends now. You and I have established this rapport. I feel like I can pry just slightly because you're talking about you're in New York. You've got your buddy Tyler C here. Yeah. We were talking about like all the good stuff he's doing. You guys are hanging out. People talking about him and Gigi Hadid. People are saying him and Gigi are on. Then they're saying him and Gigi are off. What's the inside scoop, my friend? Are they on or off? What's happening?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, it seemed like that they had split.
I don't know, you tell me.
Blink once for yes, I'm just joking, all right.
Assuming he is single, because I think it seems like that from what we can kind of gather, do you think that there would ever be a chance with him and Tyler Tyler and Hannah ever rekindling? Because that was what Bachelor Nation was kind of hoping for at the finale.
I think that Hannah is doing Dancing with the Stars and doing amazing on there, and so she's going to do amazing on there.
Yeah.
If they were to get together, I have no idea whatsoever.
Yeah, well, he's kind of navigating this high-profile dating scene, and you are too. We've seen the headlines. Seems like things are going well. I mean, how are things going?
How are things going?
It seems like
right now, you know, we're in New York. It's not bad weather at all. It's really good out here.
It's like good weather for like a date, like a stroll through the park with a significant other.
It is good weather to go on a date.
Yeah.
Well, how would you describe your relationship status right now?
My relationship status right now is sadly like my Facebook and it's private.
Oh, really? Well, I was wondering earlier, you were talking about like the kind of woman you would be looking for as a bachelor, and I just wondered like if she would, does like singing matter to you? Is she like being like a pop star, does that matter? Or
no, that doesn't matter at
all.
all.
Oh, okay. But you wouldn't say no to those things.
I would say moments of the heart that capture me, that's what matters.
Okay.
But if a woman does sing, like there's a song by Alicia Keys, it's called Diary, and I would, if a woman sang that song to me, she's gonna win. She's gonna win my heart. Like
if she sang the song "Diary" by Alicia Keys to you, that would be it.
Have you heard the song "Diary" by Alicia Keys?
Do you have a can you refresh?
Oh no, I can't sing. I can't sing.
Let me tell you something. You just dropped some sort of like wild Easter egg that I'm gonna have to be deciphering.
So is that all you have to do? Is just like come up and start singing that song?
I mean, no, but you know, I gotta make her smile. She gotta make me smile. You know.
This happened and we don't know about it.
What is your favorite way to make a girl smile?
Pay attention to the little things. That's it. Pay attention to the little things, the little details, the little nuances, and just, you know, try to speak upon that when I see you. You know, that's all.
I will say that goes a long way. So you really know what you're doing.
You're making me smile. You're making me smile.
No, I'm not. It's not me making you smile. I can tell you that. So a question for you, just in terms of your life, when you look back over the past year or so, and how the Bachelorette experience has changed everything. What's the biggest difference in your life right now compared to like previous?
Bro, I'm blessed.
Yeah, I mean you are, right? Like, do you pinch yourself all the time? Yeah? Like, what would you say is like the day-to-day biggest change for you?
Day-to-day biggest change is that I don't have a W-2 no more. That's the day-to-day biggest thing.
Yeah.
On a serious note, I get to do what I love, which is just make people smile more. And I do that in a multitude of ways. I get to focus on my book that I have coming out and my business that I have coming as well. So that's the coolest thing, is that I have time to focus on my passion.
What kind of stuff is going in the book?
Self-love, positivity, how to grow your confidence, how to keep your confidence, maintain it.
Yeah, what's something that you do every day to keep that confidence? Because that's really hard for a lot of people.
It is hard for me.
Yeah.
Quite, like, not even to be quite honest, like it's a known thing, right? I don't have confidence 24/7. I would say just to be true to yourself. And so if I say that I'm only going to spend 55 minutes on Instagram, which is a fact, I have it set on my Instagram.
I do that too, yeah.
There you go. Good stuff. We're out of time. We had so much more. Just hang out, please. As soon as we're gone, we have many more questions. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being open with us. We'll be keeping up with you and everyone at home. You can also check Mike out in Bailey Bryan's music video, Where We Started. Check it out right now.
Check out her EP, Perspective.
James Middleton is thankful for the support of his family. Kate Middleton's younger brother is continuing to open up about his battle with depression and the role his family played in his recovery. In an interview with The Telegraph, James said that he couldn't do anything before he began seeking treatment a little over a year ago. He added, quote, "I couldn't sleep, I couldn't read a book, I couldn't watch a film, I couldn't eat." He also found it difficult to talk to his family.
After visiting a private psychiatric hospital for a consultation, James spent almost a year in cognitive behavioral therapy, sometimes attending sessions with his family, including his sister Kate. He tells The Telegraph, quote, "That was so important because that helped them understand me and how my mind was working. And I think the way the therapy helped me was that I didn't need my family to say, what can we do? The only thing they could do was just come to some of the therapy sessions to start to understand." Now, James first opened up about his battle with depression in an op-ed for the Daily Mail published early this year. He wrote about his darkest moments before seeking treatment a little over a year ago.
He also opened up on his Instagram, crediting his dogs with providing emotional support. That caption reads, quote, "This is Ella, and these are the eyes which helped me get get through the insufferable darkness. The gentle touch of your wet nose, loving lick was enough to make me feel brave. I will forever be in your debt. Thank you, Elle. James felt compelled to follow the lead of his sister Kate, brother-in-law Prince William, and Prince Harry, who've been strong advocates for mental health, saying, quote, they believe we can only tackle the stigma associated with mental illness if we have the courage to change the national conversation to expel its negative associations.
Now, Kate, who founded the mental health charity Heads Together along with William and Harry, has been praised for her work in both mental health and child development. Earlier this year, Kate attended a meeting at St. Thomas Battersea, the school attended by both Prince George and Princess Charlotte. The 3-hour session involved a 75-minute chat with 11 to 13-year-olds run by award-winning mental health campaigner Hope Virgo. Now, it covered everything from body image issues to how students can emotionally support each other.
Hope told People at the time, quote, we get them to think about the kind of emotions they feel throughout the week and what causes those emotions. It's about being kind to themselves, not constantly comparing themselves to everyone around them. Really great causes. This is something that William and Kate, the Royals, have always championed for some time now, and it's nice to see it helping out in so many lives.
All right, and in more Royals news, Prince William and Kate Middleton are embarking on a 5-day tour of Pakistan starting today. Their spokesperson calls the tour their most complex ever because of security and logistical considerations. Now, the royal couple was asked by the British government to help cement the relationship between the two countries. According to that spokesperson, the week's events will focus on showcasing Pakistan as a, quote, dynamic, aspirational, and forward-looking nation.
Kate and William, who are traveling without their 3 children, George, Charlotte, and Louis, will be briefed on Pakistan's unique security challenges, especially in the areas bordering Afghanistan. The couple plan to see firsthand how military personnel from Pakistan and the UK are sharing their expertise to improve the situation there.
They will also meet a wide variety of people during their visit, from children to business people to inspiring conservationists and sports stars. Their spokesperson says the Duke and Duchess are looking forward to spending time meeting young Pakistanis and hearing more about their aspirations for the future, adding they will visit programs which empower young people and organizations that help ensure they have the best possible start in life.
Supporting children is a cause close to Kate's heart, and her interest in childhood development is in line with the hopes of UK officials. Access to education, especially for girls, is one of the UK's top priorities in Pakistan, and it's an important tour for Kate specifically. Several sources tell People she'll be especially under the spotlight even more during this tour. She's really developed this regal character as she prepares to be queen one day.
And it's an important tour overall. A senior source says that Pakistan is one of the most important relationships that the UK has. There are more than 1.5 million people in the UK who have family ties to Pakistan. It gained independence from British rule in 1947, but is still a member of the Commonwealth.
And while many eyes are on Kate, William is there representing his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth. She's been a regular visitor to the country during her reign of more than 65 years.
And much of this tour brings echoes of his late mother, Princess Diana, who visited the country twice in the last year of her life. She was even asked by the Queen to undertake a solo trip there in 1991. There's also been some talk about Kate's attire for the tour, with many speculating she's likely to mimic Diana in traditional garments.
We can also apparently expect Kate to wear a lot of green to represent Pakistan's flag, as well as incorporating jasmine, which is the country's national flower. Our fashion team's always on the lookout for that. All right, guys, now watch this.
Brace yourself. You're about to meet our love child.
I think I'm gonna need to see a blood test.
Hello? Mom! I told you to leave these meth heads tied up until the cops got here.
Okay. I didn't call the cops, and these guys are not meth heads, okay? They only look like meth heads because they're from New Jersey.
Jay and Silent Bob are back. The classic 2001 movie is getting a reboot that follows the iconic characters on their journey to Hollywood to stop a Jay and Silent Bob reboot from happening. Very meta. Now, even though it's been 18 years since the original, director and star Kevin Smith, joined by his daughter, actress Harley Quinn, says the movie still has all the 90s nostalgia we are craving.
If you've seen any of the other ones, Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Dogma, this thing plays like the best high school reunion you never went to in your life. It's steeped in the 90s. Let's be honest, we all live in a time where nobody wants to concentrate on the present. We all just want to look back. And so this movie looks and lives in the back, which sounds dirtier than I know. But it's lots of memories, nostalgia bomb that's just going to go off in your face and stuff in a good way.
Now, you might have seen Harley Quinn Smith in Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and now she's hitting the big screen for the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Harley is no stranger to working with her dad, but apparently their first day of shooting was a little tense.
We did have a fight on the first day of filming, which was...
I don't know if we had a fight.
It was a fight in my eyes.
I gave her a line reading, a couple line readings. I was like, say it like Harley, say it like this. And so, like, you know, it was cut, and I went over and watched the playback. She was just sitting there like this, watching it, and I was laughing and enjoying it and stuff. I was like, right, and she was just like, I was like, are you okay? And she's like, come here. And she dragged me into the swamp.
You
away
dragged
from
me.
everybody.
Okay, fine.
And you dragged me into the swamp away from everybody to be like, you gave me a line reading. I said, yes. She's going, actors find that insulting. It's the highest form of insult to give a line reading. I said, oh, I've heard that in my 25 years of making movies. I said, but I'll tell you what, man, I'm an actor sometimes. And I love it when I get a line reading, because that means the director is telling me I'm going to be in the movie. Do you understand? And she's like, yes. And so then she did her thing. But I stopped giving her line readings because she had a take on the character that was pretty fun and original. My wife, her mom, Jennifer, was like, how'd she do? And I was like, you know, I think she did really great, but I think she's in a completely different movie. Like, I think we're all making a comedy, and she thinks this is a drama. She's taking it so seriously. Like, her character feels real, and it was the right choice. She grounded the whole movie. Everyone else around her could be a cartoon, and she kind of gave it its heart and soul. And, like, she got something out of Jay I never could. So he cries in the movie. We got something emotional out of Jay. She got the best performance out of him.
Not only did Kevin get to work with his daughter for the film, but he also got to reunite with an old friend, Ben Affleck. Now, the two had a falling out some time ago, but this movie provided the perfect opportunity for one sweet reunion.
I was gonna tweet him, and Jordan was like, don't tweet him, that's gross, like it's so public. And I was like, well, I got 4 numbers, I don't know if any of them work, they're all old. And she said, just pick one. So I picked one, and I texted, I said, this still you? And somebody texted back, yeah. I said, who this? B.A.? And he wrote back, this is your father. And then I knew it was Ben, because that's kind of shit he said. And he said, who is this? And I said, maybe the conversation ends when I write this. I wrote K.S. And he said, there's a long pause, and he goes, Kevin? He goes, how are you? I said, I'm great. I was just about to tweet you, so I'm going to drop it on you here. I'll just text it to you. And I wrote him, like, I was like, we're having a blast in the past down here in New Orleans. Wish you were here. I said, but like after the heart attack, I don't wish, I just asked. So please, will you come play with us? It would be so fun. I said, I quote the good King Osric from Conan the Barbarian when I say, like, there comes a time when the jewels cease to sparkle, the gold loses its luster, the throne room becomes as a prison, and all an old director wants to do is make pretend with his friends. And sent that. And I waited for him to respond, and you could have driven a truck through the time.
Yeah, right, like waiting.
And then I was like, why did I write that? Like, oh my God, I just handed him a bunch of stoner. I haven't spoken to him in 10 years. He's gonna be mystified by this and stuff. And then he wrote back, like, probably the best thing he could have. He wrote back, it's so telling that you still think of yourself as a king. And he said, I would love to come play. And I was like, oh my God. So it was magical, man. Not only did we get a great scene in the movie, and the scene is wonderful. It's probably one of the best scenes I've ever been involved with in film. But I got my friend back after many years. That was real sweet. So when I saw him finally, because I was just texting with the dude. Might not have been him. Right. Could have been the greatest punkin of all time and stuff. But he actually did show up, and when I went to his trailer the morning of the show, which was the last day of the show, is when we shot the Amy stuff. I went to his trailer, his assistant was outside, he's like, he's inside, he's waiting for you. And I went inside, and like, first thing I just fell into his arms, started crying, and like, he held me, and he's Batman, so you feel held. But this is the weird thing, like, I worked with this cat like through all my early career, and like I've known him going back to the early 90s and stuff. But I've not worked with him in a dog's age, and I haven't been in his physical presence in a long time. I was overwhelmed by the man's size. I was like, when did you get so tall? He's like,
so
I've
tall.
always been this tall. And I was like, yeah, but like, I don't know, dude, you're in lifts. And he's like, no, I've always been this tall, I'm broader now. He's like, now I work out. And I was like, you're right. He's such a man.
Yeah, right.
Like, he looks like a god carved from wood.
Yeah.
And that's the way I always saw him. Like, I always looked up to him, even though he's younger than me, because he always knew exactly who he was and stuff. I appreciate people who know who they are. And Ben was one of them. Like, most people spend their whole lives trying to figure out who they are. Affleck knew from an early age exactly who he was, preternaturally. He knew that he was the world's biggest Ben Affleck fan. And he manifested an entire career out of that. And he's like, others will follow.
And you are
the world's biggest
Kevin
Smith
Smith
fan. That's why we get along very well.
I love that they got to reunite for this. Tickets for the October 15th and 17th nationwide release of the Jay and Silent Bob Reboot are available at fathomevents.com/reboot, so check that out. And now we move on to this. Watch.
It was Natalie Wood whose talent and beauty captured my attention as an aspiring actress growing up in Brooklyn and imagining a life outside of it. Like the rest of the world, I watched Natalie Wood grow up, earn 3 Oscar nominations by the age of 25, and become one of the great movie stars of a long-gone era, the golden age of Hollywood.
The tragic death of Natalie Wood is just one story covered by the new crime series coming to HLN, The Dead Wives Club, hosted by the amazing Lorraine Bracco, who joins us now. Welcome. How are you doing?
Thanks for being here, Lorraine.
Thank you for having me.
Before we get into the episode, what do you hope women will take away from watching this series?
Listen to your gut. Follow your gut. God gave it to us for a reason, and love should not hurt. I think that's a thing that a lot of, especially teenage girls, think that, you know, oh, he loves me so much, he doesn't want me to wear lipstick, or he loves me so much I can't talk to my friends, or I can't wear this dress, or I can't have a phone. I think that there's a very fine line between jealousy and love.
Yeah.
I think girls confuse that.
You were just saying right before we started, you really are passionate about talking about domestic violence, bringing it to the forefront. That's something that resonates with you in terms of wanting to get the word out, isn't it?
Well, it is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and I've not really seen anything about it. And I realize we have a lot of serious issues going on in the country right now, and I accept that. But I think this is really important.
Yeah, for sure. And look, the other thing about this series in particular, it turns out, I understand you're a bit of a true crime fanatic, just in real life, right? This is, so I would imagine in some ways this was something that you were really anxious to be a part of.
Yes, they kind of, you know, it came to the desk and I was like, okay, what time? Yeah, I'm a big, you know what I love is I love the whole forensic part of solving crime. I think it's incredible. I think we've taken a huge turn on what DNA can bring us. There's all kinds of new things that are coming out. All the genealogies. It's how they got that guy in California recently. That cop guy. Yeah,
just uncovering all these new.
It's unbelievable what's coming out.
After being involved in a project like this, are you more paranoid? Are you taking more precautions?
Well, you know, I walked home. I was in the Hamptons, and I walked home from the horse show, and some guy in a truck said, "Hey, lady, you need a ride?" And I was like, "Yeah." No, not today.
Oh, thank you.
I was like, no, I don't think so.
Well, as we saw in that clip there at the top, the first episode follows the tragic death of Natalie Wood, something that we've heard a lot about, the case very public and the celebrity status kind of surrounding it. Do you believe the public knows the true story right now?
That's a really good question. I mean, the medical examiner has come up with a lot of new findings.
Right.
So.
Recently.
Very recently, and I think this is one of the reasons why we, you know, premiered the show with the Natalie Wood's death. Yeah, it's going to be your opinion, won't it be?
Yeah. What's the number one thing that surprised you when you learned more about this case?
That no one searched for her.
Yeah, why was that?
I can't answer it. I was not on that boat.
That's a really heartbreaking part of it, too, for sure.
Many people still remember you from Goodfellas, The Sopranos.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yes, very, very much so.
Okay.
And you've been adamant about kind of not being typecast in mob-type roles, right?
Well, I try. I just can't help it.
Well,
they keep coming to me.
There you go, because you're going to be doing the birthday cake alongside Ewan McGregor.
Yes.
Which is kind of a look, we know. Which is kind of a mob-like thing again.
Yes.
So tell us about that and why it was the right thing to jump into.
It was a great role.
Yeah.
I'll take anything that's a great, juicy, meaty role. That's what it's all about.
Have you already been shooting?
Yes.
Shooting with Ewan?
Yes.
What's the takeaway from working with Ewan McGregor?
Cute.
That's a good one.
Were you a big fan of his before?
Yeah, he's great. He's great. I love that he can sing, that he can act, and he's beautiful. And the thing I really, really learned about him was that he's a beautiful father. He's got beautiful children, yes.
How does this role compare to what we know you from in The Sopranos?
Oh, very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In what ways? All right, well,
You're my favorite. I love this.
You are awesome. We want to take a little walk down memory lane with you.
Oh, boy.
It's a little segment we call
Oh, Snap.
So we're going to look back at some old photos, get your reaction.
No,
it's going to be really fun. It's so fun. Okay, The Sopranos winning a Golden Globe. What do you remember most about that night?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, The Sopranos had won Best Drama Series in 2000 there. That's just what a group shot that is.
Yes, it was great. Yes, yes, yes.
Is a night like that a party night afterwards? Like, what's it look like?
Anything was a party night with Jimmy Gandolfini.
I'll bet. Yeah. You played, here we go, you played Tony's therapist in the show. When you think back to, I don't know, all those shoots with James Gandolfini, is there a specific memory that at this point, as you reflect back, that really stands out to you?
That he was so happy, you know, he would want to film his part first because he usually had so much dialogue and, you know, telling of stories and stuff like that. So that when he was done and the cameras would turn around on me, he would be a goofball. I was going to say
else, yeah.
They're working on a Sopranos prequel feature, The Many Saints of Newark. We don't know a lot of details, but we know it's coming out in 2020. As an OG, I mean, what do you hope that this has?
Oh, I hope it's fabulous for David Chase. He's a genius. And I'm thrilled for him.
That's just going to be exciting, and fans, I think, are really excited for it.
Sure.
All right, we have another photo here, screening of Goodfellas in 2002 with Robert De Niro and Ray Liotta.
Look at that.
Wow. Fondest memory from the set of Goodfellas.
Ray Liotta.
Why'd you like him so much?
I loved him.
Yeah. No, that guy's
very, very sexy man, Ray.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's in the eyes, isn't it?
Dangerous.
Whoa, yeah. Dangerous and icy, is that what you said?
No,
he's dangerous sexy.
Oh, dangerous sexy. Maybe icy.
He's delicious.
Have you seen Robert De Niro in the Joker film yet?
Not yet. I've not seen either one of the films yet.
Okay.
So.
All right. Jury's still out. We'll have you circle back and let us know what you think.
Okay.
All right. I think we got another one here, starring as Mrs. Robinson in The Graduate, Broadway in 2002.
Wow. Yes.
Man, Broadway must be so much fun.
It's hard work.
Yeah.
Don't ever think that it's not. 8 shows a week. It's really you have to focus on just doing that. It's very difficult.
Would you do it again?
Sure.
What was your secret to kind of, you know, you're in the rigorous routine, your secret to making it work and sort of having that longevity?
Trying to remember my lines.
I'll bet, right?
Yeah.
A lot of stress.
Sometimes you get distracted and it's like, wait a minute, we're in the middle of a play here.
There's an audience watching everything. That's funny. We do the same thing here.
Yeah.
Forget that this is on.
Lorraine, thank you so much
So
for
good
stopping by. You're the best.
Guys, make sure you can check out The Dead Wives Club. It premieres Sunday, October 20th on HLN. All right, to celebrate the news of Billy Porter being cast in the live-action remake of Cinderella, we've been asking you which remake you are most excited for in our People poll. Let's take a quick look.
Ooh, I don't know. I feel
Cinderella takes the lead.
Well, maybe you're biased because you've been talking about it.
Yeah. What are you, Lorraine? What are you most excited to see? Any of these remakes?
Lady and the Tramp, Mulan.
Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah.
That'll be
That's
fun,
a classic.
right?
Yeah.
You throw the dogs in, it's cute.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be asking you the question of the day tomorrow on People Now, so tune in for that.
Coming up tomorrow, everybody, we are joined live by Laura Marano and Greg Sulkin. They star in the new festive film, A Cinderella Story, Christmas Wish.
Plus, we're taking a peek inside actor Wilmer Valderrama's bachelor pad and more in our Hollywood at Home series. Thanks for watching. For now, we leave you with one last thing from Lauren Lapkus. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Hi, I'm Lauren Lapkus from Between Two Ferns, the movie, and this is One Last Thing. The last time I couldn't stop laughing was, my husband and I make Instagram videos using Snapchat filters, and we made one making fun of that Instagram hoax where they were saying that Instagram was stealing all of your photos, and we could not stop laughing. We were crying laughing at ourselves. The last friend I made was probably Arden Marine. She's like one of my new best friends, but it's so rare as an adult to meet somebody that you can actually be like best friends with. My last big splurge was a dress to wear to do something like this. So hey, it was all for you.